How's it going, everyone? The Trout91 here. Today I am reviewing the Plantronic's rig headset and mixer. So this is a new headset that I was given by Plantronics, and thank you to them for letting me try out this headset. It's a really good headset. It's not like the other ones I've actually used before because, well, it looks like any ordinary headset when you look at it. It doesn't look anything particularly special. But the thing that makes it so special is the mixer that comes with it, as you'll see here. So the main feature of this is that you can use two different audio inputs at once. So the main big feature that they sell this on for is the fact that you can plug game audio from your game or whatever, and you can plug something like your smartphone, like your iPad, phone, to do phone calls, whatever. Obviously, I'm not very popular. No one likes me, so I don't get phone calls very often. But it does have that feature in which, let's say, let's grab my phone. You plug your phone in, like so. Someone rings you, ring, 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 ring. You're in your game audio. You flick the switch, and you can hear what's going on and talk to the person in your phone call, which is really handy. And for those of you who tend to get phone calls during games and such, and well, maybe you predict that you are going to get a phone call, it can be very useful. I personally, because I'm not very popular, I don't get phone calls very often, I personally use it one input for my game audio, the other input for my PC. So it actually has an optical input, which is very helpful. And then I obviously connect it to the TV because I spend a lot of my time when I am at home on Skype talking to people. And obviously when you're talking on Skype, you can't have your game headset on, which is really a pain, especially if you play games like Call of Duty where the audio from the game is very vital. So being able to be in a phone call and then switch my audio to the game very quickly is very helpful. And you know, obviously you can chat. And my Xbox is set up right next to my PC, so switching between the two headsets can be really irritating and really a bit of a chore. It means that there's lots of wires everywhere. By just having one kind of mixer, it completely solves that problem and makes things a lot easier. So that's the big main feature of this mixer that comes with it. It's actually also really helpful if you are on the move. So I own a Microsoft Surface, and I obviously also I have an iPhone. So when I travel or I go to work or whatever, it can be really useful for having one input in my Surface so I can watch my movies. So when I go to work, I like to watch a show or a movie just to kind of like pass the time. I'm in Sons of Anarchy right now. So I could be watching that and then someone will give me a ring and I'm like, well, as I just said, that's a bit of a lie because no one likes me enough to ring me. But let's say in a hypothetical situation, someone does ring me, I can then switch to that and pick it up. The only downside to having something like that is the fact that it involves needing a USB to power it. Now, for me, that's not a big problem because with a Microsoft Surface, you get one USB input anyway. But with something like an iPad, or I don't know what other tablets are like, maybe is it Samsung Galaxy, might not have a USB input. That can be a little bit of a problem and makes things a little bit difficult. But at the same time, for me, it's very beneficial, and it makes my life a lot easier. It's a headset that kind of makes your whole life easier. As far as the sound quality goes, it's very good. I can't complain about it. It's very comparable to most high-end headsets in terms of the quality. One thing I will say is that the sound seems a bit different compared to what I actually output. So when I'm listening to stuff back and editing, it might be a little bit quieter than what is actually being perceived by other people, because I've noticed on some videos lately, when I put them up, they're like, oh my god, that is so loud, whereas for me it seems fine. But I guess that might be a little bit of a downside, is you can't actually tell how loud it is, although I'm a bit deaf anyway, so maybe that's just me. But overall, it's a very good headset. I like it a lot. If you want to know more about it, there's links in the description. I believe it retails at... The headset retails at about $130, which I believe, if my maths is correct, is around £80, £80, £90, something like that. So it's a pretty good headset for what you get. I mean, you can compare it to something like the Astros, which is purely made for gaming. It requires a lot of wires and lots of different bits and bobs, whereas this kind of got, if you're more of a gamer who has other aspects to their life and needs for them, it's a good headset for you. I would recommend it if you're looking for something similar along those lines like I do. You know, something that makes your life a little bit easier. But that's how I feel about it. It's a great headset. I would certainly recommend it for £80. There are a lot of other headsets out there that are not particularly special that are worth that kind of money, and it's a bit ludicrous when you don't really get much out of it. But with this headset, I feel like I do get a lot out of it. If you are looking to buy one, also links are going to be in the description below. Thought I would give you it and let you judge for yourself. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later.
Kilo inbound, get to cover.
I gotcha. I'm right behind you.
Watch out, he's coming in hot. Go, go, go!
Hey, beautiful. I was just thinking about you.
Oh, you're so sweet. We still on for dinner?
Surfer, 9 o'clock. Ha! Nice shot.
9 o'clock, right?
How about 8:30 at the vegan place?
Actually, I'm in the mood for barbecue.
That sounds good.
See you tonight.
Stay in the game, take a call, and dial in your music with the Plantronics rig, headset, and mixer. Life comes to games, and games come to life like never before.